Hi guys, welcome back to ChaBui Playz. So today we are going to take a look at another set review, which is the part 2 of Dream League for Cosmic's Eclipse expansion. So last time we stopped at Natu and Zatu, and we continue on from Rals and Killia line. Okay, this time the Rals and Killia are actually going to evolve the Gallade. Let's see how it works. Okay, the Rals is just a basic, nothing very interesting. Killia is also not very interesting because it still evolves. Okay, then we move on to look at the Gallade. So the Gallade stage 2 evolved from Killia. The ability is double type. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it's both psychic and fighting. Right. So it's just a Gallade typing, and the good thing is psychic hits weakness on most psychic Pokemon out there, I think. And fighting will hit weakness on Pikarom. But I think after this expansion comes out, really, people will choose to play Rashizard instead of Pikarom. But whatever. Okay, the attack itself, 2 colorless energy, power cyclone, 120 damage. Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, the good thing from this attack is if you move 1 energy means that you are not wasting a lot of energy. What happens is you just attack, then you move 1 energy, then in case this Gallade dies, then you're not wasting 2 energy. You're just going to waste 1 energy, then another one of your energy already moved out. And the good thing is 120 damage is a bit lackluster compared to other, I guess, stage 2 non-GX Pokemon compared to GX and Tag Team GX, of course. But 120 is enough to hit one hit on the Pikarom, because Pikachu and Zekrom has 240 HP and you will hit weakness because of its ability. So that's one good thing, but honestly, you are not going to play this card just because of Pikarom. And like I said, a lot of people play Rashizard nowadays. And with the Charizard and Braixen coming out, more and more people will play Rashizard instead of Pikarom. But alright, is quite decent. I don't see a lot of people will play this card, but still decent. Okay, next up we have Mimikyu. The first attack, impersonate 1 colorless energy, discard a supporter card from your hand, then use the effect of that supporter card as an effect of this attack. Okay, honestly I don't see why you want to use this. And okay, I don't know if there's any supporter that actually works well with Mimikyu right now, but we'll see. Then the second attack, Mischievous Hands, put 2 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's Pokemon each. So it's a total of 40 damage, but needs to be divided into 2. Alright. Not exactly interested in it. And again, like I said, I don't know if there's any supporter card that will play very well with this card for now. So let's just move on and we'll bring it back if we found the supporter cards that is good. Okay, on fighting type, we have Onix. Okay, basic Pokemon Onix. Okay, first attack, 1 colorless Dig Deep, put an energy from this card pile into your hand. Okay, nothing. Second attack, 3 colorless energy, Tail Smash, 100 damage, flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Okay, actually not very interesting. I'm pretty sure this evolves into Steelix, so we'll see it again later in the metal typing. Okay, next up we have Drillbur. Basic Pokemon, nothing very interesting. And the Excadrill evolved from Drillbur. The first attack, 11 hour tackle, 30 plus damage. If you have 3 or fewer cards in your deck, this attack does 150 more damage. Okay, so you can do 180 damage if you have 3 or fewer cards in your deck. Okay, this is the card that I was talking about. I was talking about that card that can keep returning to your deck, making sure that you are not going to run out of cards and you're not going to mill out. And this is the Excadrill that I was talking about, that does a lot of damage if you have very little cards back in your deck. I honestly forget what card I was talking about, but apparently they're going to come out in the same expansion as Cosmic's Eclipse. So I can see that some people, okay, I think some people will be interested to play this card because it's a new gimmick. It is very interesting and you need to mill yourself very fast. The problem is I don't see how to stop opponents from attacking. You can only make sure that you're going to do a lot of damage, but that's it. You can do a lot of damage, but after your Drillbur and Excadrill like knocked out, I don't know what you're going to do next. Other than that, it's still a very good attacker. You can do 180 damage for a stage 1 non-GX, and definitely that's a lot of damage. You can even one-hit a lot of basic GX Pokemon out there. And oh, of course, I see that the second attack also helps you to mill out even faster. Then Drill Bazooka, 120 damage. Discard 4 cards from the top of your deck. Even this is actually not very bad. Like 120 damage, I'm pretty sure you can hit most of the basic non-GX Pokemon out there. And 2 hits GX Pokemon, and you can even 1-hit Pikarom, you know. Because when you hit weakness, everything is much easier. So yeah, I'm looking forward for this card to come out and see what gimmicks that people will come up with to make this deck works. Okay, so we move on to the next ones, and here we have the Palpitoad and Seismitoad, like the evolution of the Timpo that we saw just now. Okay, the Palpitoad itself has attack Mini Earthquake, 60 damage. This attack does 10 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Okay, so I guess I'm pretty sure that there are some cards that depends on the damage counter on your bench Pokemon. I remember it's going to come out also, so it's not very bad honestly for one fighting energy. Okay, then we see Seismitoad, Smooth Over. Oh, Smooth Over, so it works similarly like your Mechago last time, but it's a fighting type Seismitoad. Okay, then the attack itself is fighting, colors. Tremor Fist, 80 plus damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your Pokemon with 80 damage counters on them. So honestly, I feel that this is quite good. Of course, this is assuming your Palpitoad will be there and will, you know, survive. Let's say your Palpitoad attack with Mini Earthquake, then it actually survives, right? So you have 5 Pokemon on your bench. Okay, assuming you have full bench with a damage counter of 10 each, and you send your Seismitoad next, you evolve it to Seismitoad, and you put a triple acceleration energy. Okay, it's good because you can put triple acceleration energy on the Seismitoad. Then this attack will do 80 plus 5 times 30, so it do 230 damage. That is a very big damage for a non-GX Pokemon. So again, the weakness is I don't see it as being very easy to set up, because you see, it's a stage 2, but you actually need the Palpitoad to attack. Or maybe you can find another way to spread 10 damage to each of your Pokemon, then of course the Seismitoad will be a very very good attacker. Since one thing is its ability is actually quite good also, the HP also is 160, so it's also quite unlikely for you to be one hit by opponents, let's say non-GX or some of the opponent's GX Pokemon. Mostly maybe you can do 130 and you can do the attack one more time. And using this attack, it's very very likely that you can one hit your opponent's non-GX, your opponent's GX, and 2 hit opponents like stage 2 GX and tag team GX. So that's good. Again, this seems like a very good card. I will wait to see what gimmicks that people come up with this card as well. Yep, I think this expansion, you know, the Dream League expansion, has more potentials compared to Remix Bout. Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of cards with their new gimmicks that I'm quite interested in, so yeah, let's play it when the expansion comes up. Okay, then of course we have our only steel typing Steelix. Okay, 2 colorless energy, Tom Fall, 50 times damage. You may discard any number of Pokemon from your hand that have a retreat cost of 4. This attack does 50 damage for each card you discarded in this way. Okay, so the thing is you need to have retreat cost of 4. Okay, I remember I saw a Japanese deck playing this card as well. So what you're going to do is actually play it with Pokemon Maniac. Okay, Pokemon Maniac, if you don't know about it, it enables you to find 3 or 4 Pokemon, I forgot the number, with a retreat cost of 4 each. So immediately you can do at least 450 damage. And of course, if you have another way to find Pokemon, then you can just use it and your Tomfall will do even more damage. The bad thing is I actually expect more HP from the Steelix, but it only has 170 HP. Oh well, what to do. Okay, then the second attack itself, a metal and 3 colorless, Iron Tail 100 times damage. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 100 damage times the number of hits. It's scary. It's very scary, but for people with bad luck, I don't recommend you play this deck because, you know, you can get nothing. I mean, if you're talking about 50-50, it's like 50% chance of getting no damage, and 50% chance of getting 100 damage, and 50 times 50 is 25% chance to get 200 damage, 12.5% chance to get 300 damage. Becomes smaller, but it's still very scary. This thing will be a very scary thing for your opponents. I'm actually quite interested. I like this kind of thing because, you know, you just get your opponent and make the opponent be very careful even though you're actually not sure what is going to happen yourself. It seems very funny. I'm actually considering it. And the good thing is there are 2 gimmicks that you can explore. Of course, like I said, the first one or the second one. The first one using the Pokemon with shit cost of 4. Then the second attack is just by luck. Okay, I will really try that deck when it comes out. Okay, next we have our only fairy type Pokemon, Clefairy. Okay, so this Clefairy has 1 attack, 3 colorless energy, doll transformation, 60 damage. Return this Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your hand, then you will play Lily's Clefairy doll from your hand as your active Pokemon. Okay, so I guess Lily's Clefairy doll is another trainer card that's coming out. And I guess what happened is it's just you attack, then it will transform into the Clefairy doll, and the Clefairy doll does not let your opponent take any prize card. The thing is, I don't know how you are going to get 3 colors energy. How? Maybe if you want to consider control deck, I think this is actually quite a good idea. And you can, you know, play it with maybe Quagsire, Naganadel. If you are already quite consistent, you can keep doing it and keep chipping 60 damage to your opponents. But again, this will work very well if this expansion does not have any way for you to snipe or take your bench Pokemon to the active. So custom catcher will be the weakness. And of course, now that you have great catcher, I think a lot of people will play 4 copies of great catcher in their decks, and you know, it's not as good anymore. I think nowadays, okay, not nowadays, after this expansion comes out with the great catcher will destroy a lot of control decks that depends on the bench Pokemon. The reason why they survive is mostly because there's no gimmick that enables your bench to be sniped. But now, yeah, they are just going to die. So yeah, again, I don't see this card being very good at all, simply because of the presence of great catcher. With the great catcher, then if really, let's say you play Quagsire and Naganadel, they'll just keep sniping your Quagsire and Naganadel. Then by that time, you won't be able to have enough energy to set up the doll transformation anymore. And of course, you can only use it for 4 turns before the Clefairy doll is knocked out. Okay, next up, okay, we have our big Tag Team GX Pokemon. We have Reshiram and Zekrom GX. Okay, a dragon type that is weak to fairy. Okay, the first attack, 1 fire, 1 lightning energy, Thunder Flame Dream, 90 times damage. Discard up to 3 in any combination of basic fire and basic lightning energy cards from your bench Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage for each card discarded this way. Okay, this is good because, you know, you can use Welder, and with Welder and 2 fire energy, you immediately get, you know, 2 fire energy up, and you can even attach 1 more, and you can do at least 270 damage each turn. It's just that you need to be consistent in charging. Okay, again, I can see a lot of people be interested to play this card because if you can one-hit Tag Team GX almost consistently, why not? But the problem I see from this card is because you need 2 types of energy, so I see the supporters like fighting each other. You know, for the lightning type, you want to use Faulkner to find your lightning energy. For fire type, you want to use Welder because you want to charge your energy. So I'm not sure how to balance this deck out, but if you manage to do it right, I believe this will be a very good card to play, especially against a meta decks, opponents deck with tag team, like tag team GX's Pokemon and everything. Okay, let's take a look at the GX attack. 2 fire, 2 lightning energy, cross break GX. This attack does 170 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. If you play End's Resolve from your hand during this turn, this attack also does 170 damage to another one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it's 2 times 170 to 2 of your opponent's bench, provided they will play End's Resolve, of course. But remember, End's Resolve I think is much better than Lily's, like the Lily's Resolve. What is it called? Lily's best effort. Yeah. So I'm just going to read End's Resolve here. Okay, End's Resolve, discard the top 6 cards from your deck. Attach all basic energy discarded in this way to one of your bench dragon Pokemon. Right. Yeah, so just now I was talking without the knowledge of End's Resolve. Now we know that End's Resolve is there. You don't need to fight between Faulkner and Welder anymore. Forget those two, you can just play like 4 copies of End's Resolve and hope to get it. I mean, Pokegel it, or whatever way that you can get it. And, you know, attach it, accelerate energy to any of your Pokemon. I mean, your, what is this? Dragon type Pokemon. I mean, the thing is, for this card, then you can even find Mysterious Treasure to find this card. You can use Cherish Ball to find this card. Then after that, maybe you set 3 or 4 of it, you can start using your End's Resolve to start charging. And the charging will not be a problem anymore, as you don't need to worry so much about having less fire energy and less lightning energy. But of course, you need to make sure that you keep recycling your energy back to the deck to be able to use it over and over again. Yeah, I can see a lot of people playing this card, and that's it. Another expensive card on the expansion. Okay, again, I'm quite interested, but I feel that this is just going to be very expensive, so yeah, we'll see when it comes out. It's strong. Okay, then we just move on to the colorless type. Okay, I'm actually quite tired already, but how long have I taken? Okay, 17 minutes. I'm pretty sure we should be able to finish it by 30 minutes again. Ha. Okay, Lillipup and Herdia. Okay, nothing special. Of course, it's okay. Yeah, it's a basic and stage 1. Then we'll take a look at the Stoutland. Okay, this Stoutland, the ability Fist Bark. Once during your turn, when you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon, you may discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, you may discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so this is very interesting. Okay, I remember I also saw a Japanese deck playing this card. Okay, I don't know why I've been saying that a lot in this expansion, but I guess it just shows that maybe this expansion really have more potential compared to the previous Remix Bout expansion. But yeah, why is this good, right? Because you know Crushing Hammer is still in rotation. So if you can rotate this card, you can totally disrupt your opponents. And of course, you might not be able to disrupt opponents' very fast deck, like of course Reshizard again. Too many people playing Reshizard nowadays because of the welders and stuff. But you can still do a lot of disruption of on a lot of other decks, you know. So you just need to evolve this. You evolve, you remove 1 energy, you play Crushing Hammer, of course, 50-50 chance to remove an energy. Then when it dies, because of course you're just going to let it die, you can discard an energy. So there's like discarding 3 energies per turn if you can make it a bit more consistent. And I am assuming, because playing this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon, I'm assuming that you can use Rare Candy or Knit. Because Rare Candy is still from hand, so it still be considered evolving. Another thing that I remember is you can use the Devolution Spray and evolve it again. Then you can keep discarding your opponent's energy. Also, I remember there's Lycan Rock GX that plays with discarding energy. Maybe you can consider playing it with that card also to make sure that you know you can discard energy more consistently. So if you really want to play this deck will focus on discarding energy on your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, then the attack itself. is, okay, 3 colorless energy. Okay, of course, a good thing you can play triple acceleration energy of around 110 damage. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And yeah, it's a normal attacking moves, but I guess the most important thing is just the ability. So the Fist Spark abilities disturb your opponents, then at the same time you can do like a bit of damage here and there. Yeah, cheat off the opponent's bit by bit. Okay, next up we have Type Null and Steel Valley GX. Okay, of course Type Null is just S/slash discard energy from this Pokemon. Not very interesting, it's just the basic. And the Steel Valley GX is the important card. Yeah, the ability this reload. Once during your turn, you may draw cards from your deck until you have 5 cards in your hand. This is very good. I remember people saying that it will be like a new Zoroark GX, because the ability itself also helps you to get more cards, helps you to get more consistent. Honestly, you can play this card in almost any deck. Maybe if you're considering not to play Dedenne, or you play a deck that keeps using up your hand, then you can run this Silver GX. Make sure that every turn you will be able to draw more cards, you know. Yeah, it's very versatile because it's a colorless type, so the attack also colorless type, so you can use it in any deck, even to attack. I see this card as being very good. Of course not, it will still lose out to Tag Team GX and stuff, but as a supporter Pokemon, this is one card that you want to have in your bench. Okay, then the attack itself is Body Brave, 50 plus damage. If you play a supporter card from your hand during your turn, this attack does 70 more damage. Okay, one thing that, why is people calling this card another Zoroark GX, the new Zoroark GX, is because, you know, the attack is very similar. I mean, Zoroark GX depends on the number of bench that you have, but it does a maximum of 120 damage. This card also the same. You can do a maximum of 120 damage if you play a supporter card. And this is a much easier, you know, easier condition to meet. It is very likely for you to always play a supporter cards every turn. So this by right just becomes a better version of Zoroark GX. And of course you only need 2 colorless energy. You don't have your DCE, but I think there are like a lot of cards that will help you to charge this. Because depending on what deck you're playing, maybe you can consider Malama, Quagsire, Naganadel, and Piplup Blastoise can also help you charge, and even Groudon can help you charge fighting energy. Yeah, you can play it with any type of decks and it will still be good. You can even play this. Okay, I don't recommend to play only Silver Valley GX as an active attacker because 120 is a bit lackluster these days, but you know, it's not that you cannot do it. So yeah, I can see this card being very popular also. And of course, I'm considering, okay, I definitely will get this card because I'm pretty sure it'll be very useful if you want to try out a lot of like weird gimmicks deck. Then you just need a more consistent hand. Just slap one of it in your deck, and you know, you can at least ensure more consistency on your turn. Okay, then the GX attack, White Knight GX. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an Ultra Beast, that Pokemon is knocked out. Okay, honestly very similar to that thing, Alolan Ninetales, the fairy type. So it's just one hit on the opponent's Ultra Beast. So I guess this will be very good for the upcoming Naganadel and Buzzwole tag team, if I remember correctly. And even Blastophilon. And what other Ultra Beasts are there? Naganadel GX? Okay, I believe you'll rarely use that, but you get what I mean. It's very situational. Maybe one time you can use it, but most likely you're not going to use it anyway. The abilities and the attack itself are good enough for it to be a very good Pokemon. So yeah. Okay, next up, we are moving on to the trainer cards. So first we have Lana's Fishing Rod. Shuffle 1 Pokemon and 1 Pokemon tool from your discard pile into your deck. So I guess, is this similar to Rescue Stretcher somehow? Okay, maybe it helps as a Rescue Stretcher, I'm not sure, because it's only 1 Pokemon, so it's a bit slower. And Pokemon Tool, I'm not sure what kind of Pokemon Tool you're looking for, but I guess it provides you a way to actually get back your tool from this card. Again, I'm not sure what you want to play this card with, but oh well, we'll see. Okay, then of course Lily's Clefairy Doll. Play this card as it were 30 HP colorless basic Pokemon. At any time you may discard you may put this card at the bottom of your deck and discard all cards attached to it. Cannot retreat. If knocked out, your opponent cannot take any prize card. So you may play as many item cards. Okay, yeah. So I think this is very similar to the Robo Substitute in the XY era. Yeah, 30 HP. I mean, it's just something you're going to put in the active if you don't have any basic Pokemon. Then you're just going to let it die. Then don't let the opponent take any prize cards. Of course, again, I'm not sure what this card can be played with for now. I don't think this card will be very useful again simply because of the Great Catcher. When the Great Catcher comes out, even if this card you put in the active, the opponent can just simply use Great Catcher and snipe off anything that they need to snipe off at the back. And yeah, we'll see. Even with the Clefairy that comes out on this expansion, like I say, the Great Catcher just messed it up. Okay, next up we are moving on to the supporter cards. You have Will and Ends Resolve. Okay, Will, after playing this card the first time you flip a coin for the effect of a trainer card ability. On attack, you may choose to make the result heads or tails. So basically you're manipulating it to become heads or tails. Oh, okay. Now I remember we have been going through quite a few Pokemon that has an attack like flip a coin if heads. If tails, this attack does nothing, so this will be very good for that. Ability also not really sure. I only remember all the baby Pokemon. There's the ability like flip heads or tails, then your turn ends, and if you fail then your turn still ends. But yeah, okay, I'm not sure what do you really want to play this card with for now. So we'll just see. Maybe there are other cards that's coming out. Okay, the Ends Resolve. I brought it up just now during Reshiram and Zekrom. Then of course it's just a very good supporter card for a dragon type Pokemon. Very good energy acceleration. And yeah. I'm not sure now. I'm not really looking forward to Reshiram and Zekrom because I don't know, I kind of see it becoming the meta, then it will be everywhere like your Reshizard. And it's not fun when it's like everywhere, you know. Okay, let's just move on. Okay, next up we have Roxy and Rosa. Okay, Roxy discard up to 2 Pokemon cards, so this is the one that we are consider playing with. You know, what is that? Coughing and wheezing, but other than that, I can see it being played in the Malama Giratina deck. Because you know, if you discard 2 Giratina, you can draw 6 cards. And you can get your Giratina back immediately to hand. But that is very situational, so not sure. I think other supporter cards might still be better. So we'll see if people are actually going to play these cards or not. Okay, then Rosa, you can play this card if only one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Search your deck for a Pokemon, a trainer, a basic energy, refill them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay, this card is a card that is very expensive in Japan. Because it's good. It's simply good. We have been looking for cards that can search for Pokemon. We have no Ultra Ball, we have no Nest Ball, and we have been looking for it. And we also need cards that can search for trainers because, you know, a lot of things that is necessary for the Pokemon to work nowadays. And basic energy is always why not? Because you still need your basic energy to attack. And Rosa fulfills everything. So after one of your Pokemon was knocked out, then you can just use this card to find a Pokemon trainer, a basic energy. It's like making sure that you'll be very consistent with your attackers. So what I mean is, your Pokemon died, you set up another one, you set another one, then maybe you still need to evolve it, you can immediately search it using Rosa. And you can even find trainer cards that is important, like Great Catcher, that can change the game, you know, or even Custom Catcher if you are still considering on playing it, or what else, or Cherish Ball, maybe find more Pokemon. And Okay, I can't think of some other things. Or even like Rare Candy and Stage 2 is a Pokemon and a trainer cards. Yeah, you can search it using Rosa. So yeah, I see that this one will become a very important card to play as well. And yeah, we'll see. um, excuse me. Yeah. So one thing is, again, I don't like it because it is very likely that it will become very expensive. But what to do, we'll just see when it came out in Cosmic Eclipse. But again, it's very good cards. I'm really looking forward to that card and really looking forward to play that card. Okay, so for our last two trainer cards, we have Clay and Lily's Best Efforts. Clay is discard the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal all item cards discarded this way to your opponent, and put them into your hand. Okay, so I'm pretty sure one of the character rare here we have is a Clay's Excadrill. So this Clay is supposed to be played with the Excadrill. Again, if you remember, it's a card that plays with almost zero deck hand. What? Yeah, deck. Okay, I don't know why I'm suddenly lost just now. So what happens is now you can use Clay. You discard top 7 cards, find all the item cards and put this into your hand, so you don't need to worry that you are going to mill out your important items. I think the problem with this is you are going to be very weak to reset stamp, because the moment you are reset stamp, you get reset stamp, you need to like rinse and repeat and try to mill out your deck again. So yeah, I don't see this card and even the deck is very good, but again, like I said, it's definitely a gimmick that I want to try. And with Clay, with the Excadrill's ability itself, and with that Pokemon that can keep returning to your... Okay, I think it's a Fion, right? Fion? Okay, I think it's a Fion, the Pokemon that can keep returning to deck every turn. Yeah, then it's still a very interesting gimmick. Then I'm definitely going to try it when it comes out. Okay, then of course Lily's Best Effort. I brought this up before in Lunala and Solgaleo Tag Team GX. Draw 4 cards, then make sure that you have only less than 3 cards remaining in your hand after that. I'm not sure. There are definitely a lot of other draw supporters that are better than this card. I don't know why people want to play this card other than for the cute art, but you know, not really convinced with that. I guess if you really want to play Solgaleo and Lunala GX, of course you have to play this card. But yeah, other than that, why? Why do you want to play these cards? Okay, that's actually all for the... Yeah, that's actually all for Dream League set. How long do I take this time? Okay, another 32 minutes, of course. I'm so tired of talking. But, okay, thank you guys for watching. Now we have one more set left, which should be the Alter Genesis. And I'll do the set review soon. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys again next time. Bye bye!